On Storyboard today, Ashish Bhasin to lead Dentsu Aegis Network's consolidated business in India. Hello and welcome to Storyboard. I'm Pavni Mittal. Dentsu Aegis Network is consolidating its business in India. The idea is to have one P&L for all Dentsu agencies, including its creative business. And leading the charge for that is the agency's chairman and CEO for South Asia, Ashish Bhasin. Meanwhile, Rohit Ori, Dentsu's executive chairman for India and APAC South, will relocate to Singapore to take over as APAC CEO, overseeing all markets in the region except Japan. Here's Ashish Bhasin on what this change means for Dentsu in India. Listen in.
Ashish, congratulations on this new role. So,
thank you, Anand.
To simplify it for our viewers, what does this mean? It's not a cosmetic role. There are real changes. So, what does it mean?
So, we have a policy of one profit and loss account for the entire country, right? So, whichever business, whether it is creative, media, digital, outdoor, it all peaks as one profit and loss and then goes out from here to rest of the world. The reason we have this is that you're able to take liquid talent, you're able to create sort of custom-made solutions for your clients, because our business is all client-centric and people-centric. Now, having one person in charge of one P&L gives you that flexibility. So no longer are we constrained, unlike some of our competitors, that this is my P&L, or you should go on outdoor, or you should go on TV, or whatever. Whatever is best for the brand, we're able to put that in place, and whatever is the best talent, we're able to bring that for our clients. So that's what it is.
Why was it two people earlier? I mean, all this time.
So you have to remember that historically these were two different companies. So Aegis Media was a separate company which was then acquired by Dentsu, and obviously historically each of them had a different head and so on and so forth. As the time progressed, we started bringing it together under one network called DAN, which is the Dentsu Aegis Network, and this is a progression of that. And also we're very lucky that Rohit has gone for such a nice role in the region, because we still have his inputs, because India is going to be one of the countries which he'll be inputting into as a part of his remit.
Yeah. So will he still have oversight, partial or otherwise, on say a Taproot or a Web
Of course. So his role includes all Dentsu branded agencies for APAC excluding Japan, and since India is one of those countries, I'm pretty sure he will input heavily into that, particularly because he's got so much of knowledge and experience in India. So we're pretty much looking forward to his experience being used in that.
Right. Now, the way it grew, at least the Dentsu, the Rohit's part of the business, so to say, it was Delhi-centric as opposed to, except for Taproot, I would say. So now you got half here, half there. That's a tough job for.
That's true. It does create some complications. Actually, not just the Dentsu, erstwhile Dentsu part of the business, but even the former, like for example, Kera. We've had phenomenal growth in Delhi, and what I'm noticing is that in many ways the advertising balance is shifting to Delhi. So we have a very large operation in Delhi, but we have an equally large operation in Bombay as well. So like any other agency, we will have two large operations. We've also got Bangalore now, which is really huge. So yes, I will have to do a fair amount of shuttling between the two, but that's the nature of our industry now, so can't be avoided.
Right. Now, where do you see yourself paying more attention? There's a sort of growing feeling globally that the legacy part of the advertising business is on slow growth, while digital and analytics and research are the fast-growing areas. So,
it's not a feeling, Anand, it's a reality. So even if you look at the market growths, let's say the creative or the ATL business has been growing at roughly 8, 9, 10% in India, if you look at that. If you look at some of the other businesses like out of home or digital and so on, they've been growing at 20, 30, 40%, right? Of course, they're all coming from different bases. So going forward, I don't think we will be looking at, or any agency will be looking at, is this above the line, it is below the line. It's what's the best solution you can give the client. It is no longer going to be restricted to a 100cc ad or a 30-second commercial, etc. It's going to be various touch points, and wherever are those needs, those are the areas that will grow. We constantly keep look at search. I mean, search has just gone through the roof because of mobiles and so on and so forth. Look at social media. A few years ago, nobody thought it would become such an important part. So we have to be very agile, and we will be looking out for such opportunities. And as an agency, we are investing well ahead of the curve on digital. So definitely our focus will be on digital.
So that's the next question I was coming to. Will this sort of one CEO for one P&L approach help you in acquisitions? Because certainly Dentsu has shown great appetite for
I'm sure it will. I'm sure it will. In fact, both the companies, Dentsu as well as Aegis Media, have been very successful in acquisitions. So if you look at purely digital acquisitions, in India we've got 4 digital companies, roughly about 700 people doing digital out of our total 1700 people. So we've got Dentsu Web Chutney, iSobar, iProspect, and What Consult. 3 out of these 4 are actually acquisitions, right? So we're already very much in that space, and because we're consolidated and it gives us so much more width to all our clients, I'm sure that will help us significantly. But acquisitions we've not made only in digital. Milestone Brandcom, for example, the largest out-of-home company, we acquired that. Taproot Dentsu, which is a creative agency, was an acquisition. So acquisitions can be in any area, but definitely having a larger group, consolidated group, all coming under one P&L, the team working together, gives us an extra edge compared to our competitors.
Sure. Now, all the large network agencies are using, talking about the same thing using different words. For example, Martin Sorrell says horizontality, or Havas says together. So trying to get all the disparate parts of a group together. Are you trying to do something, leverage the fact that you've got all these assets and get them to work together?
Of course, we're trying to leverage, and I'm sure our competitors are doing that as well. But there's one very fundamental difference. It's in the way we are structured, which unfortunately for them, they are not structured that way. So for example, if you look at any of our competitors, their creative agency head will report to a creative agency head in Singapore or London or New York or wherever, right, outside that. The media head will report to somebody else over there. None of our competitors has a one P&L structure where everything apexes in India. So because of that, the poor guys, even if they want to, are completely constrained because it all lies under different P&Ls and everybody is trying to drive their own P&L. So I'm sure everybody now realizes the value of it, and slowly and gradually they will try to get to this level. We are lucky to be ahead of this game. Also, for a large legacy group, it becomes very difficult to shift a super tanker mid-course, and that's really which slows them down. This gives us a little bit of an agility because of our sort of prime mover advantage on this.
Okay. All the best to you, and hope to talk to you 1 year from now and figure out where you've grown. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Anand. Look forward. Thanks so much.